conspiracy theories, the paranormal, UFOs, aliens, and all things strange and unusual. This is Black Lotus. Welcome to Black Lotus, where we talk about everything strange and unusual. And today we're going to be talking about the new UAP Task Force that's been set up by the Department of Defense. But anyway, before we get into this, I want to implore you, if you have not been around and this is the first time you've been to our YouTube channel, check out some of our other videos. I think you'll really enjoy it. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And also want to remind everybody that we have a podcast over at Podbean. We are also on Spotify and Stitcher and
every channel
Google,
near you.
Google Podcasts. We're pretty much everywhere. So definitely check us out. What we do there, it's a little different than what we do here. We bring the latest in paranormal news, and we talk to some very interesting people. One more thing I want to mention is that we have a group over at Facebook, and it is called the Black Lotus Discussion Group. And we talk about all things that we talk about here. So most definitely check it out. We have experts in the paranormal and experts in cryptids and ufology and all that. So yeah, definitely check us out over there. But anyway, let's get on with this, man. So, apparently, Harry Reid is a believer in UFOs, and you looked into that, didn't you, Ralph?
Well, yeah, he's been fascinated with UFOs. It dates back for decades, and it's directly actually tied in with wealthy Nevadian Robert Bigelow. Bigelow's father, as well as several other wealthy businessmen, were killed in a plane crash in the 1960s, and his grandparents are convinced that a UFO has something to do with it. As Bigelow got older and wealthier, he would hold conferences on UFOs and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Reid attended one of those seminars, met him, and they stayed in touch. Eventually, Reid became the senator, and they decided to do something about the mutual interest in UFOs. So he got and consulted longtime friends, Senator Daniel Inouye for Hawaii and Senator Ted Stevens, of Alaska. They agreed to add funds for the research and into the yearly appropriations bill, and there you have it. We have UFO research.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I know that he has, in the past, he has mentioned, that we need to look further into the UFO phenomenon. But the Senate Intelligence Committee has recently voted to require U.S. intelligence agencies, such as the Department of Defense, to compile detailed public analysis of all the data collected on unidentified aerial phenomenon, including intrusions recorded by Navy pilots. The provision contained in the annual intelligence authorization bill, which, by the way, still needs to be adopted by the full Senate, and I have to be honest, I'm not sure if it's going to be adopted. But anyway, it sets up an unusually public debate on Capitol Hill about how extensively the government has been tracking high-performance aircraft of unknown origin. And so, because it's still up in the air, the Pentagon has set up a new investigative department called the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force, or UAPTF. And the mission is, quote, is to detect, analyze, and catalog UAPs that could potentially pose a threat to U.S. national security. Now, this whole thing came about because of those leaked videos,
right.
such as the one that's right behind us here. There's an image of it that were recorded by Navy pilots. This along with that Tic Tac UFO. And then they came out and said, well, we're going to be completely honest with you. We don't know what they are.
Right.
But they don't know if what that means. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're from outer space. It just means that they don't know what they are, that they could be from, a craft that was created by another country and is in our airspace.
Right.
And so, but that's a big step, I think, because there have been many UFO programs over the years.
Yeah.
And most of them were created to debunk UFO claims. But like, for instance, Project Sign and Project Grudge, which went from 1948 to 51, and then there was Project Blue Book, 1952 to 1969, both of which, like I say, they were set up to kill the idea of UFOs.
Right.
I don't think that they were really doing any real investigative research. I think that they did find some stories that turned out to be true, but they're classified now. Of course. So, and then there was the Condon Committee from 66 to 68, and then Project Ozma in 1960, NASA's SETI in the 1970s through 1993. The NASA Astrobiology Institute, which is 1998 to present, and they are actually looking for alien life, outside our little neighborhood here.
Right.
And then there was the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program, otherwise known as ATIP, and they were in operation from 2007 until 2012. But then it was discovered that they were still operational last year.
Right, yeah. In 2019, Reed actually put $22 million towards his, when he was in Senate, towards that.
Yearly. Yeah. Well, and so now we have the UAPTF, and I don't know that we're going to get any answers there either, because we certainly
It'll be classified.
Yeah, it'll be classified. But since the Senate Intelligence Committee has required a vote on this, if it's voted in by the Senate, if that's the case, then they'll have to. But you know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
They're going to find a way to hush it up, one way or another. I think that the Stars Academy, I think they're going to be a huge help in this, actually. So, with Tom DeLonge,
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much actually gets released, though.
Yeah,
it really will.
Yeah.
I'm curious now that they're being open, that they're actually looking into it. Does that mean they're going to be more open towards giving us information?
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that the reason they want to delve further into this and that they want the information on this is because they feel that it may be a threat.
Right.
And so, if they're saying that they don't know what it is, what these things are, and they're in our airspace, then it was definitely, you immediately have to think of it as a threat.
Right.
It's just, but yeah. But anyway, this is going to be a little short one today, so, but we're going to get out of here. But anyway, again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our videos, and also check out our podcast over at Podbean. And I will drop a link for that down in the description. So anyway, thanks a lot for listening. And until next time, keep thinking and question everything.